Hi, I'm Juan Reon. I'm from Miami, and what I hope to do in the field of conservation is to merge policy and science in a manner that will allow me to have as broad an impact as possible.
Hello, my name is Lambert Ngenze. I'm from Republic of Congo, but I've been living in Washington State and studying environmental science at Washington State University. So what I bring to conservation, it's mostly about hope, because I live in a place where water it's a big deal compared to here. And I just want to be part of a solution than a problem. Thank you.
My name is Meredith Johnston, and I'm from Arlington, Texas, and I bring to conservation an indigenous perspective and a desire to connect indigenous knowledge with scientific research. Furthermore, I'm interested in studying the interaction between marine and freshwater ecosystems.
My name is Sarah Cirque-Marato. I'm from Galax, Virginia. What I hope to do in conservation is diversify the field based on axes of race, class, and gender. And I also hope to see more familiar faces in the field in the future.
Hello, my name is Alejandro Soto. Was born in the Dominican Republic. What I bring into the conservation field is an outside perspective of what people from different cultures are looking for. I believe that as we move forward into the conservation field, having people from different backgrounds, different cultures is important because they may have different ideas as they were raised in different backgrounds, and they might bring ideas that is going to make the conservation field move forward.
Hi, my name is Nusrat Noor and I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. My conservation story is that I started doing research in college with a professor who did a lot of conservation work with sea turtles, and honestly it was just this giant door opening up for me and I just jumped in.
Hello, my name is Leti Santillana. I am from Puebla, Mexico, and what brought me to conservation was my passion for animals, and I've always wanted to be a wildlife veterinarian, so hopefully in the future I get to work in the rehabilitation of wildlife.
My name is Kadeem Hanna, and I'm from the New Jersey, New York area, and what I bring to conservation is a city perspective and a positive view, and through conservation I hope to create a positive impact for people around the city and making them aware of what's going on in the environment, because it's not something that a lot of people from that area get to know. So I want to make an impact on that and have people around the city be aware of what's going on in their environment.
Hi, my name is Ashia Jani. I'm a rising junior at Yale University. I'm in environmental studies and with a concentration in environmental justice and food rights, and I'm from Denver, Colorado. So what I bring to conservation is just a love of combining history and science. I come a little bit more from the anthropological, socio side of ecology, the socio side of conservation, and I am working on recognizing the history behind conservation, the exclusion of certain types of people within the conservation and preservation movements, and the sometimes violent history that conservation has had when creating national parks and local state parks. So what I want to do is I want to make conservation and make the conversation about conservation a little bit more open and a little bit more accessible to all types of people, especially people of color who have very unique relationships with land, especially Black and Native American people. And Doris Duke has kind of allowed me to involve my love of history and my love of science, bring them together and do just that.
My name is Bashir. I'm from Minnesota, and I go to St. Olaf College in Minnesota. What do I hope to do in conservation? I hope to support conservation through scientific research and advocacy. I want to be in the frontier of ecological research that determines the conservational challenges we face. I also want to teach the next generation of conservationists who will lead us into a better future. And I want to make my research and scientific literacy accessible to everyone in our society, so that everyone in our society has the tools to be conscious of the environmental challenges our planet faces.
Hi, I'm Roger Fost from Omaha, Nebraska. I hope to be a leader in conservation research and make information accessible to all people. With that information, I hope to drive others to consider their actions and make the best decisions for their communities and the environment.
Hello, my name is Crystal Baisa and I'm from Hawaii. In conservation, I hope to research the impacts of climate change, invasive species, and human impact on tropical island ecosystems. Some of my lifelong goals are to save as many species as I can from extinction and to become a leading voice in Hawaii's conservation movement.
I'm Nancy Uribe, I'm from Wisconsin, and I want to bring conservation to urban areas. Most of the population aren't scientists, so I want to make ways for people to help without them even knowing that they're helping, and that's how we're going to make a bigger impact.
My name's Jamie Ramos and I'm from Puerto Rico. When I was younger, I really had thought that I'd figured my life out because I found my passion for conservation so early. And as I grew and as I lost some of myself, I thought I'd lost that too. But looking back, I never really could have lost that because my passion was never really a choice. I was compelled since the beginning. I mean, trees have no voice, ants have no voice, owls, whales, the ocean, the skies, they don't have any voice. So I feel compelled to be that voice for them. And I have to use whatever I may have to keep that voice going.
My name is Marshall Kim. I'm from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and my conservation story has actually just begun. I've always been very passionate about being outside and being in nature, and this first year at the university, I've kind of taken some different courses and realized that this is definitely something that I want to pursue, just helping the environment in whatever way that I can, making whatever impact I can, whether that's small or large. I want to do something with restoration ecology as of now, but I'm still figuring it out, and it's something that I'm definitely really passionate about and excited about as well.